For Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio, I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Thunderstorms associated with large hail, wind damage, and a few tornadoes alongside the chance of excessive rainfall are expected across parts of the Great Plains. For the eastern shores of Florida, dangerous surf and rip currents are expected with a persistent onshore flow. Record high temperatures from the Great Lakes to the northeast are also expected. Closer to home, isolated storms are possible beginning tomorrow and through the weekend. These storms are not expected to become severe, but could produce some locally heavy rain and gusty outflow winds. We're going to have another look at the weather following this news. As a reminder, the City of Alamogordo City Commission meeting is coming up this coming Tuesday. That's a week from yesterday. Details will be known in the coming days. The Zubu Costume Contest is in need of sponsors. Your business would be on the city website and all Zubu advertising, plus a free vendor spot. If you have any questions about that, call 575-439-4159. The Zubu is happening on Saturday, October 28th from 9 until noon, and that event is free. You're invited to the National Coffee with a Cop Day. That is today from 9 until 11 at Badass Coffee of Hawaii inside Lowe's Signature Market. You can enjoy coffee and conversation with your local law enforcement officers. October is a very busy month for the Desert Lakes Golf Course due to all the tournaments this month. There's going to be players visiting from all over the Land of Enchantment and the entire Southwest in order to participate in several amateur and professional tournaments, an all-locals tournament, and a charity tournament as well. Members of the community, regardless of your skill level, are encouraged to come out and participate in the charity tournament for Love Inc. on Saturday, October 21st. Details of this and other tournaments are on the City of Alamogordo Facebook page. If you want some free food, volunteers are needed for the Battle of the Food Trucks Round 2, which is happening this Saturday at Washington Park. Volunteers are going to receive a plate of food and an event t-shirt. Vendor setup assistants, parking attendants, flyer handout distributors, and tear-down cleanup helpers are needed. You can use the link to sign up to be a volunteer in any position which interests you on the City of Alamogordo Facebook page. Josh Beasley speaks on the upcoming Thule Group meeting.
I want to extend to you an invitation for you to join us at Casa de Sueños on October 5th at 5 p.m., where you can meet all of your Republican candidates for the Tularosa offices. We're having a meet and greet forum. We're having our mayoral candidates. We're having our school board candidates, our councilor candidates. All of our Republican candidates are going to be there for you to ask them the tough questions, to get to know them.
Listen to the message in its entirety on the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. The Tularosa Public Library presents Wonders on Wheels on Friday, October 6th from noon until 4. You're invited to tour the Wonders on Wheels Mobile Museum and experience the artworks of beloved New Mexico artist Gustav Baumann, and you can also meet Freckles, Baumann's mischievous marionette. Looking at this picture, this is one of the most creepy things I've seen since the Spelunker Cave in Six Flags back in the early 80s. Tularosa High School presents a blood drive happening on Tuesday, October 10th from 10 until 2 at the Bloodmobile. Vitalant will be providing the services and offering up T-shirts to those who attend. If you have any questions, check out the Tularosa School Facebook page. The annual Veterans Day Parade is just around the corner.
We have contacted the Chamber of Commerce, and the application form is on their website, and you can fill it out online and just, leave it with them, or you can download it and fax it to them, or you can drop it off at the Chamber of Commerce.
Richard McElderry speaking with Crazy Radio. Well, today is Wednesday, and our beloved mayor is actually on vacation right now in Florida. So we're going to bring you an encore presentation of last week's report from Love Inc.
Good morning, everybody. This is Susan with Love Inc. of Otero County with our weekly report. Love Inc., of course, remains busy. As I say every week, nothing has changed. And in fact, I would say it's become even more busy. And sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes it's not. Right now, we do have classes going on. Of course, our classes are free to the public, and we are presenting Affirming Potential. It's a great class, and we will be doing that again the January-February time frame. This one will end in November, and that will finish out our classes for the year. Also, we have training coming up. If you are interested in becoming a tax preparer for the VITA program, which is through the Internal Revenue Service, we are going to be doing training soon, and it's a great way to start learning about how to do taxes. And if you are interested in that, certainly give us a call and we'll tell you when that training is. We are partnering up with Thrive for that. Also, we are the administrator for P&M's Good Neighbor Fund. Of course, those electric bills are really high sometimes. If you have not received help from the Good Neighbor Fund this year, please give us a call if you think you can benefit from that. That's 575-439-4812. And then, of course, we have our Children's Weekend Food Program going on with the Alamogordo Public Schools. We provide kid-friendly foods to kids within the public schools. That's Alamogordo and Tularosa that may be underfed on the weekends. And if you are interested in donating to that, we are certainly welcoming those donations. We're doing about 250 bags a week right now, so of course that gets a little expensive. If you can help with that, of course, give us a call. And then finally, our food pantry, which also remains busy. We can always use donations for that as well. Until next week, Alamogordo, have a blessed week.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
AlamogordoTownNews.com is a locally owned website featuring local news matters from a local perspective that affects you, and we bring it to you directly. Plus, local sports, cultural arts, and events. Online, AlamogordoTownNews.com. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
In August of 2022, a gas station attendant called 911 after a man reportedly left without paying for beer. Las Cruces police officer Brad Lunsford was the first on the scene and began questioning that man, later identified as Presley Easy. The officer asked what happened inside the gas station. Easy was a nurse working in the area. Lunsford and another officer were unable to verify Easy's identity, so they forced him out of a car in order to detain him. Easy was unarmed and shirtless, but resisted the officer's attempt to take him into custody. During the scuffle, Easy commandeered one of the officer's tasers. That's when Officer Lunsford pulled his gun and shot Easy in the back of the head, taking his life. Lunsford is now facing criminal charges for shooting a man point blank in the back of the head. The issue? Easy never used the taser. Easy's family, their attorneys, and the local NAACP stand by that. New Mexico Attorney General Raul Torres has announced that Lunsford has been charged with voluntary manslaughter with a firearm enhancement.
We determined that criminal charges were justified in this context.
Lunsford surrendered to agents from the Office of the Attorney General and was taken into custody. Torres says his office will not attempt to keep him in jail until trial. A Las Cruces police officer is on administrative leave after fatally shooting a woman yesterday morning. The officer was on bicycle patrol when he encountered a driver. Police say the officer shot at least once and killed the 45-year-old woman who has not yet been identified because her family has not been notified. The officer being placed on administrative leave is standard due to the investigation into a police shooting. An officer-involved task force, including several New Mexico law enforcement agencies, will conduct that investigation. The task force has investigators from LCPD, State Police, Donna Ana County Sheriff's Office, and the New Mexico State University Police. One of the three suspects arrested in the murder of 11-year-old Froylin Villegas is getting released from jail ahead of trial. The district attorney's office had requested a judge to hold 26-year-old Daniel Gomez in jail until trial, but that changed at yesterday's hearing.
The reason for that is we've received information from APD from their investigation that this defendant did not have an active role in the shooting. And therefore, based on that information, we no longer felt proceeding with the pretrial detention motion was appropriate at this time.
Prosecutor Natalie Lyon speaking with KOB. A spokesperson with the district attorney's office says they are in the process of reviewing the charges against Gomez. Currently, he's still been charged with murder. The other two suspects, 22-year-old Jose Romero and 21-year-old Nathan Garley, are being held until trial. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham's ban on guns in certain spaces around Bernalillo County and the city of Albuquerque took another blow in federal court yesterday. The judge ruled that the temporary restraining order against the enforcement of the gun ban will be extended until October 11th. At that point, the judge will determine whether the latest version of the public health order can stand.
Governments are going to react when judges tell them that they screwed up, and that's what Governor Grisham did. We think she still screwed up, and we're still here to teach her that the Constitution actually matters in the state of New Mexico.
Cameron Atkinson, the attorney for We the Patriots USA, speaking with KRQE. After the original gun ban issued on September 8th had its enforcement blocked in federal court for being overly broad, the governor issued an amended version a week later. That amended ban narrowed the scope on the ban on concealed and open carry of guns to parks, playgrounds, and public areas provided for kids to play. But gun rights advocates are asking that this second order also be blocked, stating it is too vague as well on which spaces it's referring to. They also say it's unconstitutional.
Do we have to look at crime statistics before you carry a firearm for self-defense with your kids in a public area? Or when your neighbor places a sign in the street that says kids at play, is that now a gun-free zone?
That was Dudley Brown, the president of the National Association for Gun Rights. Defense counsel for the governor argued people would be able to discern that distinction and said this order gives children a place to play without fear of gun violence. Surprise, folks, just because you tell someone not to do something has no effect on the actions of a criminal. Defense counsel for the governor said in court yesterday that they would be looking at extending that gun ban at least once more for another 30-day period, should it stand. Sports and weather next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 3 matches for New Mexico volleyball today, all of those up north. There are 5 games for New Mexico football tomorrow, 2 of which are New Mexico Military Institute at Ruidoso and Capitan at Hatch. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies. Mostly clear tonight, sunny tomorrow. High today of 82, low tonight of 55, high tomorrow 81 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today with winds gusting as high as 22. Mostly clear tonight, sunny tomorrow. High today in Cloudcroft 61, low tonight of 38, high tomorrow 61 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting KALHradio.org. We've also launched the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel, which will feature our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. That concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.